The tip of the gun here simulates a human finger. Always discharge a charged ball before touching it. You can feel it because the voltage is not high enough. Who's this? No, I'm not Steve. Wrong number. Ball. Fingers and take the screw part out. My finger. Good thing the breaker opened. And take the screw part out. Come on now. God, piece of shit. Okay. It's not turning on. I broke the ball. Don't buy cheap bulbs and don't screw them too tight, otherwise they'll break. There's a switch already out, so always use a tool to get the screw part out. Unplug! Damn it! Unplug! Each pair is attached to one of these cables, which we can plug them into the wall power plug. Please join me for the first time to hear how it sounds. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel it, although it's not too bad. I was saying, when you short it together, the voltage you can see goes to 0 and the current goes to 150. It's hot! The power supply is set to 20 volts and I'm holding the wires with my fingers. I can't even weld with this power supply. Although this power supply can generate huge amounts of current, it can't send it through my body because it's only set to 20 volts. I can't even feel it on my fingers. I like to put it on my tongue, but before that I have to reduce the voltage to something like 1 volt because you know the resistance of the tongue is much smaller than the skin. And still, if I short the power supply, I get the same 150 amps. Okay, you can see it still sparks. Let's try it out. What the f? I thought I said it. Wow, this is wild. You can see how it farts. This gap is quite wide. Let me measure it for you. See? It is important that after you use your meter in current mode, you switch it back to voltage. Otherwise, it will short your circuits. 20 degrees out of phase. Okay, let's see if they look as we expect. We just have to tie the neutral wires to the ground of the... I see. In DC systems, we usually show positive with red and negative or ground with black. But in Canada... and pull it out. See the North America outlet, and to do so, if you look here carefully, they have to cut that tiny bridge. Damn it. I have to learn to open. It's gonna connect. Handling live loose wires like this is quite dangerous. So I tied one side to the filament and I'm gonna carefully touch the other side of the filament. You know what? This. Never handle live loose wires. Always turn off the breaker, make all your connections, and then turn the breaker on. Okay? Let's turn it on. The output, it generates around 2500 volts, which I'll connect across the lamp. Something tells me this is not the right setup, but whatever. Oh. Well, it kind of turned on, but my alligator clip acted like a fuse, so I have to pick a thicker wire. There we are. Strongest energy pockets. I discovered one of these energy pockets in my own room, and all it takes to harvest it is a few turns of ordinary wire like this, and it can turn on an LED. All we need is a way to detect these energy pockets and solve world's energy crisis all together. Bullshit! God, I haven't served so much shit in one session. I feel dirty as this induction cooktop. Okay, let's calm down and see if it can turn its LED on. Not really, maybe it's What you shouldn't forget is that the output of a transformer is AC, and the negative voltage would break your circuit. I'm measuring the capacitor voltage and it's around... Let's measure and see where we are. It's higher. See if it picked up any charge. I forgot to unground myself. That was painful. So around 5 kilovolts, and measure across the shunt using my scope. Okay, 20 strokes. Of course, this is not going to be super accurate due to the line inductances and the fast nature of the discharge, but we'll see. Okay, ready? Ow! Ow! It hurts where it goes 1000 volts, and yet the only sound you hear from the is the sound of stupidity. Put it on the coil. What? Why doesn't it hurt? What kind of sorcery is this? Did it decide not to hurt? Ow! Nope. It doesn't give me a shock when I do it with a piece of metal. It doesn't give me an electrical shock when I do it with my finger. Ow! But it burns my skin into a charcoal. Anyways, if I put this piece of metal on top of the coil, it starts spinning. There is a jet of electrons shooting from the ends, forcing it to spin. Now this metal screwdriver is held by strings. And although it's not connected anywhere, the arcs still jump to it. The hell? Ouch! Although the arcs are... Ouch! Ouch! The arcs are not jumping to the screwdriver, but it burns my hand. Would it turn on? I mean, there's a lot of energy in there, so it's bound to turn on. I'm going to put a white LED in the microwave and see if it turns on under the energy of the microwave. There. Oh no. My LED is burning. I suppose that's not how an LED should turn on. Camera to see how it looks like. There. Oh and staples. Make sure there is no metal in whatever you put in the microwave. Yeah, whatever. Let's open it up. I have it open. The system is pretty straightforward. You can see that the AC line enters from that corner and feeds it. Always make sure your circuit is disconnected from power supply before you start tinkering with it. Same as from this oven. This huge transformer, the magnetron, the motor. Well, that's pretty much it. The rest goes into the junkyard. But first, let's unplug this transformer and power the oven and see what happens. Apparently the output of the transformer is between the secondary and the body of the microwave. I just put a wire in here to kickstart the arc. Holy sh**! Well, that was dangerous. Here I have my car inverter running on the 12-volt battery, and here I have the CD power line. Both of them are exactly at 120-volt AC. And that's why you don't try that at home. If I try to measure the AC output using my... The power line straight capacitors don't blow up like that. Cut off. Now to make it a DC, all we need to do is to connect the capacitor across the Always pick a properly rated capacitor for your voltages. Right now I have rectified the two sources with a diode and capacitor, and we can easily connect them together. Yes, we need to make sure they are the same voltage level and the same polarity, of course. Oh, ow, ow! I can't really go back to making the ouch full video now. Ow!